last 7 or 8 years continues. What can you actually do with it other than just speculating on it? I understand it's an article of speculation, and that's fine. If people want to speculate on it, that's fine. They can speculate on anything they would like. But does it actually have any utility in an advanced economy? Can you buy things with it? Do people buy things with it? At least in the US, the answer is a resounding no. Almost nobody buys anything using Bitcoin. Then it was supposed to be an inflation hedge. And then when inflation took off in the US, Bitcoin got crushed. So it wasn't an inflation hedge. So it's not a useful payment tool. It's not an inflation hedge. Is it merely a speculative asset as an instrument of speculation? If that's all it is, that's fine. People can be free to speculate on whatever they would like. But I would like us to be clear on what this is and what this is not. And I'm waiting for anybody to explain to me how it is actually useful in an advanced economy, and I just haven't seen it yet.
Something we've been focused on digital currencies for, a couple decades. This is something we've been focused on digital currencies for, a couple decades.
That might be banking and crypto and connecting to the U.S. Federal Reserve and our banking system and the plumbing that moves money around the U.S. economy. So I actually don't care about crypto from a speculative asset perspective. I don't think by itself it presents a financial stability risk, and it certainly is no threat to the dollar. But I do care if financial institutions could run into risk that they don't appreciate, and then that leads to some spillover into the plumbing of the core financial system of the U.S. So that is something we're paying very close attention to. And an example of this would be stable coins, where stable coins are supposed to be pegged 1-for-1 with the dollar, and then they're supposed to take the dollars that people invest and invest in only the very safest assets. But the question is, do we know what they're actually investing in? Are they actually investing in the safest assets, or are they reaching for yield? In which case they end up looking a lot more like a bank than a stable coin. And there's a reason that there's regulations around banks and conditions and controls around banks. So there's a lot of potential for abuse or confusion around some of these, and that's why we do have to pay attention from a financial stability risk. But just in terms of the volatility of Bitcoin moving up or moving down, that's not something I pay much attention.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates. And we know Japan is going to start raising rates. And those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging markets. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. And guys, don't forget this week, we have futures. It's not a surprise to us that we're pulling back. Those who are not in crypto, of course, they have a stomachache like I told you that was coming. This week is definitely going to be a roller coaster ride. But then we start over at the beginning of the month, and remember the Crypto Teacher told you. And if we're dumping now, that means Friday is not going to be so bad. We know they like to price things in. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates moving up. We have the dollar up. We have volume in crypto right now up. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Schumann Financial launches MiCA compliant Euro stablecoin. Also, we have Binance launches BFUSD, promising APY will never go below 0. And we know stable coins are nothing but digital dollars. That's the reason why they're the foundation of this new digital economy. Guys, make sure you go watch the video I did last night. And then, of course, we have the Fed. Repo at 186 billion yesterday. Make sure you're pulling it on a daily basis during the week. And like I told you in yesterday's video, that we would get some important data coming out to let us know whether the Fed is going to be cutting. We know these central banks are moving in lockstep. They want to raise rates as slowly as possible to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the UK's FCA to fully regulate crypto by 2026. And those who've been in crypto for a while have been in it since about 2011, started really investing in 2013. And the dates they used to give, 2025, 2030, seem like a long ways away. But now we're here. Now they're saying 2026, 2027, 2030, and it's right around the corner, not 10, 15, 20 years away. So this technology is not coming, it's already here. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs right now down. Now we have former Grayscale CEO joins Aptos Labs as advisor. Remember, he stepped down in May of Grayscale. And don't forget, Grayscale opened the avenue up for BlackRock to take over. And then, of course, he got a chance to ride off in the sun. We've seen this movie before. Now we have Morocco lifts crypto ban. And it doesn't matter what country you go to, they all have a plan for this fourth industrial revolution. So even though China acts like they have a ban, remember they're using Hong Kong as the straw man. But majority of countries who were restricting crypto have lifted those restrictions. Now we have crypto staking goes live on Starknet. And staking is going to be so important in the fourth industrial revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, we have CZ says these meme coins are getting weird. Wants real utility projects using blockchain. And with these meme coins, they're helping adoption. But then also, guys, once we get regulation, these meme coins are going to disappear if they don't have some type of utility. But for right now, they are definitely pushing adoption. And remember, you have the millennials. You have Generation Z that don't have a lot of money. So if they're coming in, they're going to go to the most hype projects and the cheapest. And that's these meme coins. And we know that is by design. Because we know when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the new World Order book. Plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.